church.
Hey church, welcome to another episode of This Is Our Family. This is a space where we can build community, we can share stories, and we can share also of God's glory and His goodness and what He's been doing in our community. Brock, why am I holding this gold balloon?
We are celebrating a faith decision of Bella Vanderloo. Congratulations, Bella. We are cheering you on and praying for you.
I love Jesus. My heart.
And we are trusting that this is only one faith decision that we have heard about in this past week. We are trusting that God is working in and through people's lives as they connect into His Word and our live stream services on their devices in their lounge rooms.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. And then Brock, why do we also have this little stool here?
We are launching something called 90 Seconds of Faith, where we'll be inviting people in onto the hot seat to share their faith story.
So we're going to hand over to Maddie now, one of our young adults, to share her testimony.
So I'm Maddie. I'm one of the young adults at church, and I just graduated from uni, studied exercise physiology, and my favourite activity would be kayaking. Yeah, there wasn't actually an exact moment I can pinpoint. It was sort of more of a gradual thing, but definitely over the last 3 to 4 years is the main sort of part where I've built up that personal relationship with Jesus. And yeah, it's been through church, through friends, through a whole range of encouragement. And I just got baptised last year. For me, being a follower of Jesus, it's really just being an ordinary person. So yeah, I think that's really cool that God wants to use ordinary people to do His work. And yeah, that's something that I really think about in my everyday life. And I think that knowing God means that you've got someone there with you. So He really, you're not doing it on your own. So I think following Jesus is about, He's there with you, more confidence because He's there with you and He's helping you through every day. And yeah, just giving you confidence to step out and do things that you wouldn't be able to without Him.
Thanks so much, Maddie. We're really encouraged.
That's so good. So we also want to celebrate with you guys. Jess Kemp getting married over the weekend. So she and Cody got married, which is really exciting. Like obviously really different at this time, but we're celebrating with you guys. So congratulations. And Brock, I wanted to share something also pretty cool. We'll pop some pictures up now. But some incredible women from our church have been sewing these little cows called Mad Cow Hugs, and they have been going out to give to families with the food parcels they've been handing out over here. So that's pretty cool. I want to give a massive shout out to Lynn Aldridge, Janine Bendy, and Lynn Boland for that.
That's great. We are actually filming from Life Essentials today, and just some really encouraging stats. Over a 3-week period, 410 people presented for emergency food relief. That's 300 food parcels, and in conjunction with Cafe 316, that is 209 hot meals and 53 coffees donated, just expressing the love of Christ.
Wow, that is so incredible. I don't know, it's amazing what God is doing throughout this time. Now we're going to hand over to you and Mark having a chat. So Mark is part of our Gilead counselling team, and he's going to be moving on from that role soon, but we wanted to celebrate what he's been doing over there the last 14, 15 years.
Hi church, I'm here with Mark Boyd, who's been counselling, a part of our Gilead counselling ministry for coming 15 years now. What's the experience been like for you over that time, Mark?
It's generally been pretty rewarding, Brock. It's obviously like any job, there's ups and downs, but it's very good to know you're doing God's work and being able to help people and be generally a positive influence in people's lives.
That's really good. Have you seen God? Are there any significant stories that really stand out of God working through the ministry?
Oh well, after that many years, there's lots of stories, I dare say, but I think the main focus has been actually being able to commit the ministry to be a Christian counselling service, and knowing that God's sustained it over those years and it's been growing from those humble beginnings and getting a name established, and you've actually been able to grow and develop as a Christian counselling centre and have that focus. I think that's important. We could go into specific examples, but I think it's been encouraging that starting from nothing, we've been able to get to a point where we're going to, in this latest 12 months, will be over 400 sessions and stuff like that. So it's starting from scratch. It might mean nothing, but it's really, really beneficial. Yeah.
That's great. And we want to say thank you, Mark, for your ministry. And I know you've just trusted that God is working in and through you, and much of the fruit you may never see but just trusting that it's had significant
right.
impact on people's lives.
Yep.
So you're finishing up in this particular role. I know it's not the end of your ministry. What does ministry look like for you moving forward, Mark?
Well, that's a good question. I reckon I've been on the counselling journey, taking in different things that God knew for probably 20 years. And I'm 65, so probably 45 years before that I was different, and 25 years of that as a Christian. So who knows, I might have 20 or 30 years of life left. So who knows what God's going to do in that bit. But I'll be open to whatever God's going to let me to do in that next bit of life.
Great.
Yep, thank you.
And you're very willing. We're looking forward to Jackie Wagland taking on the ministry. Mark, you're passing the baton to her and trusting that God will continue to work in and through the ministry. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for that, Mark. And Brock, you were over there before.
Not anymore. Thanks for joining us today, church. We want to encourage you to continue to send your stories, email them in to ourfamily@bendigobaptist.org.au so we can share them to celebrate God's goodness together. For this week, catch you later.
See ya.